Okay, in our last segment, segment 2, we ended talking about the man or the footsteps up around this level. And just for general information, this is the daily chart of the euro dollar. And I began somewhere around June 13th down here on the chart because you may not be able to see it. But I'm letting you know that because it works the same way on any time frame. The 4 hour, the 1 hour, the 30 minute, the 15 minute, even the 1 minute. And see, these are psychological support and resistance levels. And this is what I mean when I often say to you that support and resistance is not just a line drawn on a chart. Support and resistance represents people. The short sellers, they're just like you. When price goes above their level, if they did not get out, they're just waiting. Aren't you waiting for price to come back down to where you sold short so you can buy back your position? Well, everybody's thinking that way. That's just human nature. Who wants to be in a losing position? First you want to break even, and then you will recalibrate or reassess. Now, as we look all the way up from where this uptrend began, we see that each time we had a footstep above a red bar, price continued up. And this is how you know when the market is ready, or the man is ready to take the next step, when he pulls back to the red bar and springs off of it. Please excuse me, I'm still fighting that stomach virus that I had. But now let's take it to the next level, because it works the same way on the way down as it does on the way up. This is the little saying I repeat to myself so that I will always remember. Red below green equals downfall foreseen. Now we can see that we took steps all the way up to here on the chart. Now let's look at this bar here. Now yes, it's a green bar on the way up, but the step did not fall above the real body of this red bar. That lets us know, okay, he may be ready to take a few steps down. So look what happens on the next bar. We get a close down here. So what do we have? Red below green equals downfall foreseen. This is a swing bar. This is a bearish reversal bar. So we have a pivot here, right? Now we have a bear pivot. But now let's look at where the bar closed. Where is the most recent green bar that this step closed below? And it's going to be this bar here. So if we want to enter short, or if we're considering playing this pivot, we're going to expect a pullback to this bar minimum. And now let's look at what happened on the next bar. We got a pullback and it did not clear this bar. So in actuality, if we want to enter using this technique at the close of this bar, we would place our entry order, or if we wanted to watch the market, we would just enter short when price touched the real body of this green bar. Because this green bar now, these are buyers, right? And when price falls below here and comes back up, what are they going to do? They want to break even, just like you. They're going to start selling, and that selling pressure keeps price from rising back up. And the more green bars you have, the better the odds that price cannot pull all the way back up and stop you out of your position. And most of the time, when you look at the first green bar or this first step, a good stop level would be above this bar instead of the swing bar. Yeah, I know. I teach you to enter at the pivot point and to place your stop above the swing bar. But as I often say, I teach you the most conservative and the most safe method. But now, being conservative, of course, you miss a lot of moves. And in reality, this method is still conservative because it adheres to the basic components of support and resistance. But now, when price closed down here below this last step upward, look at the green bars we have here. And all of these green bars are resistance. And before the man can start moving back upwards, he must clear all of these green bars. All of these green bars. And at first, he must clear the first green bar. And when we look, we see that, let's go across here, and we went 50% on this spring. And what happened on the next bar? We had a nice, powerful move down. Remember, if he goes within 50% or more of the spring, the next bar should have a nice move back down. See how it works the same way going down as it works going up. But now we look at this bar and say it pulled back to within 50% of this bar, but this bar is resistance, this bar is resistance, all of these green bars are resistance. And so if he clears this bar, he still has to clear this bar or this step. And then if he clears that, he still has to clear this step. And remember what I told you. On any single bar, it is very rare for the market to retrace more than 3 steps. So if we count 1, 2, 3, it is very highly unlikely that the market will clear this step on this bar. And now I'm running out of time on this segment 3, and we'll pick up where we left off and on the next section, section 4.